Okay. Now
All
it's
right,
live. There we
awesome.
go.
Cool. So, all right, guys, everybody, welcome. I kind of just, went into a little bit, little technical difficulties, but guys, everybody, welcome. Me and Darren are absolutely fired up to have you guys here on this call right now, right here. I believe in, everything happens for a reason. So if you're on this call right now, it was literally manifested into your reality to, hear what's about to be brought to your attention. And, what we're about to share is just a little bit about our stories and the whole entire movement of VPOsana. So guys, my name is Austin Godsey. I'm 23 years old, born and raised in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. It's a little small Amish town, about an hour west of Philadelphia on the East Coast. Nothing but horses and buggies out there. The Amish mafia. So it's kind of ironic, being a part of this thing, being able to travel the world, inspire so many people, and, meet so many like-minded individuals to the point where we're at now. But guys, growing up, I was a very average kid. I wasn't the smartest kid. I was never the most popular. Never was really good at sports. I'm a 5'10" white guy. I knew I wasn't going to be the next LeBron James or Michael Jordan. So for me growing up, I was kind of just going with the flow, kind of just going with the status quo. I went to school. I got good grades. And, coming out of high school, I was kind of confused. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with my life quite yet. I knew I wanted to chase my passion of, music and traveling the world and, just really living life. But what I saw was a lot of my friends, they went to college, they got their degrees and, they racked up a ton of student loan debt. And it kind of made me nervous because a lot of these kids were smarter than me. And, what happened to most of them, in my experience, was I saw that they moved back home with their parents and, they struggled to find jobs that would even pay them, for the kind of degrees that they got. So I went to community college for a little while, and I ended up dropping out. I started to accrue some debt, and I wasn't even sure what I was going to school for. I didn't even know what I wanted to pursue. So I took some time out, and at that point, I went through some low points in my life. I was actually homeless. I was living out of my car. My girlfriend was 8 months pregnant, and at that time in my life, I knew I needed something, very different. I knew I needed change. I knew I needed to surround myself with different types of environments and people. And it's kind of crazy how it all happened. A month before my son was born, while I was literally homeless, I got introduced to this crazy concept of network marketing. And it was at that point where, my whole entire mindset shifted to the thought of where, I could actually build something myself. I could actually help other people and, gain an income to where I could focus on my passion. And that's what I really understood was very powerful with this whole entire vehicle. I approached this thing with an open mind. When I first heard about it, I was so clueless to what it really was. And I actually educated myself to figure out what this industry is. But more so, being a part of network marketing the past 2 years, I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot. I've made money. I've traveled the world, and I've met a lot of, people that have pushed me and pulled me forward in life. I approach this thing with a part-time approach, but with a full-time ethic. And, I really understood that, I'm going to have to give up to go up. And that's where I really started to focus on, who was I surrounding myself with? What was I really doing on a day-to-day basis to help other people? And, really grow myself as a person. And that's the point of my life where I started to figure out, is it the blue pill or the red pill? Am I going to build my dream, or am I going to really just kind of go out there and, just work for a corporation or a job that I'm not necessarily too passionate about? And that's where I was confused in life. So with this whole concept of, VPOsana, like I said, I've been in the industry for 2 years, and I've really learned a lot. And I've been in a previous company for a long time that's really got me to the point where I'm at now. I'm very fortunate, humbled, and blessed to say, my previous company has drastically changed my entire life for the better. And with VPOsana, when I first heard about the concept, I was very intrigued and fascinated because what caught my eye was, the 4 quadrants. It's very simple. With VPOsana, what stood out to me was it helps you balance these 4 quadrants of your life, which are basically, physical, mental, social, and financial. And what stood out to me was that financial came last. In my previous company, I was so wrapped up in, the finance part of it, making money, saving money and managing my money, which is really cool. but what stood out to me was more so, you know, the health and the physical standpoint. And that's where I got really intrigued. So with VPOsana, you know, it actually stands for the Latin root word of the art of living. And this whole entire concept is very simple. You know, most companies, they focus on services and products and a compensation plan. And with VPOsana, what stood out to me was more so the personal development, the growth in the community. You know, when I first saw this, I looked at it as, you know, this company represents a platform, a tool for personal development. You know, it's really an education system to help you grow and balance your life in these 4 quadrants. So with VPOsana, you know, I actually got introduced by Darren, you know, and he's been one of my mentors for a while now. I've watched this kid grow. You know, he's a very young individual that I've seen literally go from 0 to 100 real quick in a sense of his growth, not even just his income or what he's been able to do in the industry, the kind of person he's become. And, you know, that's what I really realized. With the world the way that it is, you know, it's almost up to us to spread a message throughout the world through our generation. You know, this company is formed around Generation Y, and that's what really stood out to me. You know, with VPOsana, you know, it was almost as if my passion and my purpose aligned with the fact that we can go out there and utilize an immersive reality game, you know, 200 levels to which are going to push you and grow you as a person in all of these 4 aspects. Like I said, the physical, the mental, the social, and the financial part. So I'm not going to go too much into the company, but guys, what we're really here to do is just kind of gain your awareness to what is really happening. You know, what is VPOsana and exactly what it entails. So, you know, what I realized is, you know, a journey of 1,000 miles, it begins with a single step. And with VPOsana, you know, it is literally the forefront of catapulting our entire generation to, you know, become aware, to become conscious of what's really going on in the world. I'm not going to go into too much detail. You know, Darren is honestly somebody who is a pioneer in the forefront of this whole entire movement, and he's the one who really got me involved with this. So for those of you who are on the call, you know, definitely ask your questions at the end and follow up with the person who got you on the call. They have your best interest in mind. You know, the people who are on the call now, you know, this call was very selective with who got on. So if the person invited you to this, it's because they must trust, like, or really respect your opinion, and, you know, they have your best interest in mind. So, you know, the only way to really do great work, what Steve Jobs says, is to love what you do. And with VPOsana, you know, I'm fully immersed into this whole entire concept of, you know, really growing our generation, growing people, helping people, going out there and making a difference in the world. You know, a couple levels of this game are really fascinating to me to know that, you know, it actually pushes you and makes you apply, you know, yourself to go out there and grow and make a difference. So with that being said, I'm not going to go too much into detail. Darren can simply break down exactly the details and the information of what exactly is VPOsana. So that being said, guys, I hope you all definitely have a great day. I'm super excited. Contact me, social media, Facebook, Instagram. Let's stay connected, guys. With that being said, Darren, definitely throw that, man. I'm super excited for what we got going on. Let's get it, bro.
Hell yeah, great job, Austin. I'm hyped up, man. I mean, I just love how passionate people are about this movement. You know, really quick before I go into the company, the products, the comp plan, more the details that are involved with what this company actually consists of. A quick little 2-minute background on myself. My name is Darren. I'm 22 years old, born and raised in Maui, Hawaii. As you guys can see, I'm out in Hawaii right now for a few more days, visiting family, getting work done, and I'm going back to Arizona on the 7th. So we're out here grinding. I've been raised here for 18 years of my life, went to college for 3 years, studied business and marketing, that typical broke college student, doing all that typical college student stuff, and then I got introduced to network marketing. About 3 years into college, I got introduced to the industry through my first health and wellness company, jumped on board, fell in love with the culture, with the self-development. You know, I love the vehicle as well, but more so how it develops the driver itself. You know, and that's kind of what got me so addicted to this type of mindset that we've been able to create VPOsana around. My first company, I was able to drop out of school, get a BMW, make an extra $2,000 to $3,000 a month, built an organization to about 400 or 500 people, but I started to realize that that company, like the way the vehicle was structured, not enough people were getting paid, and they weren't even able to focus on anything besides like their auto payment and their bills, and money, money, money was like all they were focusing on. And that's when we got introduced to our second vehicle, Wake Up Now. About 15, 16 months ago, we saw it because obviously the financial side was awesome. There wasn't really any culture. There wasn't really too much self-development involved, but we brought that in ourselves, and we saw a ton of success in Wake Up Now. Second company grew to about 4,000 or 5,000 people, and we started to realize that, wow, there's more to life than just the money, because you create a living by what you get, but you create a life by what you give. And I believe that every single one of us is different, and we are all meant for greatness, more than just making a lot of money, because it takes someone making a lot of money to realize that that's not what life's about. And the thing is that not all of us will find the greatness and use it to change the world. I mean, it starts with finding a passion to improve yourself, to build, to change. And if you're not passionate about something, anything, then you're really not on track to like find out what you were put on this earth to discover, your purpose. And what I learned, which is another way to say what I just said earlier, like, you create a living by what you get and create a life by what you give. The meaning of life is to find your unique gift, and the purpose of your life is to give it away. And what I mean by giving it away is to help others, to be able to inspire others. Because one of my mentors has always told me, you help yourself by helping others, because by helping others grow their strengths, it's their strengths are probably your weaknesses. So you help yourself by helping others. So in a way, it's the way to, you're being selfish by being selfless. And that's the mindset we want everyone to be in. By being selfish, you're being selfless. I'm selfish because I want to help Austin. I want to help every single one of you on this call become the greatest versions of you. Become your greatness. Become your strengths. Because I know your strengths are different than my strengths. And if we can all become our greatest version of ourselves and all come together, none of us is as strong as all of us together. And that's why we wanted to use this company as a platform, as the education tool, as the incubator to be able to grow people to the greatest version of them. So just a month ago, a little over a month ago, I literally just got introduced to VPOsana. My team's been putting it together. Our mindset's always been in the spot. We got our CEO, Nikhil Bhatia, Brett Boucher, having all the connections in the world to make this thing happen. And now I'm a master distributor of VPOsana, and I could not be more happy with where we all are as an organization. I mean, it is such an amazing thing to not have to be in a company where you're hiding behind some product, hiding behind some service, and you can actually be authentic. You can actually be yourself and not feel like you're being someone you aren't. And that's something that I just see so much value in, because there's so many top leaders and other network marketing companies, our old one and all these other ones that I've looked at and studied. And you can just tell when someone's being fake. You can just tell when someone isn't being themselves and who they really are based on their energy, based off of like the way that they talk and the way they hold themselves. So with this, it's literally a vehicle for all of us to be ourselves in our most genuine form, and at the same time encourage other people to go do the exact same thing. So I'm going to cover the game itself. VPOsana, the company, we offer a product and a service to every single person who wants to be a part of our culture. So our service is a game. It's gamified personal development. It's an immersive reality self-development platform for you guys to be able to come on and basically, like, we're giving you a bucket list. We're giving you a bucket list of right now 200 levels, so 200 different bucket list items that you're going to go level by level to learn and apply into your life. So that by default, it's making you a better person. It's not just making you self-developed, it's making you developed in every aspect of your life. And like Austin was saying, the quadrant. You have your mental health, which is your self-development, your mindset, which is 80% of success in anything you do. You have your physical health, which is your fitness, it's your nutrition. Your health is your wealth. The more energy you have, the more energy you have to give to others, to follow your passion. You have your social health, which is you understanding your place in this world, you having a sense of identity, you having social contribution, and just knowing that you've impacted other people's lives. Whether they're in the business or whether it's just some homeless person on the street, you know that you have social purpose. And that's what social health is, and we give that to you. And the last and final quadrant is your financial health. Okay, that's your finances being in place. That's financial freedom. That's not having to worry about your bills, worry about the money, worrying about other things in life. And that's what the game focuses on, those four quadrants: your mental, your physical, your social, and your financial. And basically, the 200 levels go around those four different quadrants, helping you balance your life, because balance is everything. when it comes to happiness. We all know people who have 10 times as much money as us, and we know deep down they aren't as happy as us because we might be more balanced in our social and our physical than their financial. And at the end of the day, you got to have all four intact to be truly happy. And that's what we want to teach people. We want to give them that platform to really learn who they really are, become that person, but also become balanced. So they're not off balance and they don't burn themselves out. And that's kind of what the game does. The game gives you a website. Soon it's going to be an incredible app, but the website is going to be beautiful. It's mobile friendly, so you can log into it on your phone. 200 levels that you go through. Each level is a concept that relates to one of the four quadrants and gives you a call to action to go apply it into your life. Okay, and by making those small 1% changes in your daily habits within those four quadrants, mental, physical, social, financial, you're able to create a completely different life than you've ever imagined, because most people, they start but they don't finish, and most people just don't even start at all. So we want to give you an easy way to start and an easy way for you to finish, and that's by making it a game, by making it fun, by making it a community thing. Because it's just like gamification for drinking games. Why do people our age love playing beer pong? Why do we love playing flip cup and drinking games? It's because we don't want to just drink all the beers. We want to be drunk, but we don't want to just drink 12 beers and sit around and be boring. We want to have fun. We want to play a game with our friends. We want to compete with each other. We want to do it as a group, as a community. So instead of just drinking 12 beers, we play beer pong for 2 hours, and after the game is over, we end up drunk. So it's like we want to be drunk, we don't want to drink the beer, so we play beer pong, we have fun, we do it as a group, and we all become drunk together. And we had an awesome time, because at the end of the day, life is a journey, and it's all about the experiences you have that make the journey meaningful. Okay, so that's kind of what we've applied into personal development. Everybody wants to be personally developed. Personal development is finding your purpose and giving it away. Okay, but not many people, approximately probably 97% of people, which is why they're not successful, don't want to go through the process of personal development. They don't understand the value, and it's just hard for them to stay consistent. It's hard for them to start, and it's hard for them to finish, right? So that's why we've decided to apply gamification, which is a trait to Generation Y, people our age, to that amazing concept. We want to be personally developed, but we don't want to read all the books. We don't want to listen to hours and hours of audio. We don't want to go to the seminars. I mean, you do over time, but you don't initially. And then what happens is you play the game Art of Living, you have fun, you compete with one another, you do it as a group, you do it with your friends, you're leveling up in 4 aspects of your life. And at the end of the game, after passing 200 levels, you come out more personally developed, more in line with who you really are, more balanced in life than you could have ever imagined. Because by playing the game, you're escaping your reality, but by the levels and the concepts and the application, you're basically tricking your subconscious into becoming more self-developed. And that's kind of why we love the concept. It's fun. You're doing it as a group. Everyone can do it together. Plus, it's not going out there telling people to make a business investment to start something. It's like you're giving them a personal investment into themselves. And at the end of the day, all of you watching this, you are your greatest asset. You are your greatest asset. So never hesitate to invest in yourself, because you will always be there for you. Everything else can come and go, but you'll always be there for you until the day that we pass away. So always remember that it's a personal investment rather than a business investment, but it also starts your business. So that's the game itself. Some of the levels range from, going out there, learning about having a sense of altruism in your day, feeding a homeless person and making a post talking about how it felt. Calling people that you love that you haven't talked to for years and telling each one how much you appreciate them. Going to run as far as you can until you can't run anymore. Traveling to 4 countries in a day. Doing something that's literally off your actual bucket list on your life. All these things. Why most people fail is, number 1, they don't actually learn the material, and number 2 is they don't actually apply the material. And then the people who are successful, the 3%, they learn concepts, they apply them, and they move on to learn more things. Okay, because knowledge is only potential power, and our game makes it fun, makes it simple for people to learn concepts, apply them, and then learn the next concept, then apply it, then learn the next concept, then apply it. So they're building a foundation, building block on building block on building block of applied understanding knowledge that is literally going to give them lasting change in the rest of their life, because we're not just teaching them a bunch of info. because a lot of people read all these books, but they don't know how to apply them into their life, and that's why their life doesn't change. We give you the concept, we give you the application, we make you go do it, so it's ingrained into your body, into your mind, and you move on to the next one, and to the next one. And those 1% changes every day is what changes your life 90 days, 365 days down the road. And that's how we want people to have lasting change. And that's kind of the game itself, the art of living. The products that tie into the game are incredible. We have a 30-day nutrition supplement that is tied into the game. Basically, it's an herbal capsule that has your multivitamins, fruit, vegetable extracts, mangosteen, algae, green tea, all this stuff in these capsules. You take 2 a day, you're getting your whole nutrition for the month by taking the 60 capsules throughout the 30 days. You're also getting either 15 days of a protein shake or a meal replacement. So that's what we're giving you guys when you're joining VPOsana for $99 a month. That's what your auto shipment is. $99 a month is your personal investment into yourself for your game, for the 30 days of nutrition, and for the 15 days of shakes. And you get to choose whether it's a protein or a meal replacement shake based on whatever your physical goals are, because not everyone wants to build muscle, not everyone wants to lose weight, so you guys have that choice, and that is what we offer to you guys. And now to go into the compensation plan, onto how we actually get paid. It's nothing that we lead with, but the comp plan is designed to pay you out naturally as you're growing, as you're inspiring and helping other people grow as well. So the easiest way to think about this is simple. It's a 2-legged binary structure, so you're building only 2 legs, okay? How a binary works is there's tons of spillover, especially during a pre-launch when we're going ham with it. You get one of your legs built up, you're building one team. It's very selfless building. That's why I love a binary. It's a matrix, meaning it pays you out at 5 different levels: Visionary, Viator, Viceroy, Virtuoso, and VPOsana. And I'll kind of go into the ranks. So from the day that you guys join, the day that you guys pay your $100, immediately is the start of your 30-day window. So you have 30 days from the day you join, and every 30 days after that to bring on 4 personal enrollments. You only need to bring them on once. If you bring on 4 personal enrollments within your first 30-day window, which starts the day that you join, your membership is covered every month for the rest of your life. As long as those people stay active, help them break even, help them see value in the game, and they're never going to quit. And you're never going to have to pay $100 again for your protein, for your meal replacement, for your vitamins, and for your game itself. So that's kind of how you get it for free. To qualify to actually start making money with the residual income, you need 1 personal on each of your legs, and from there, the ranks go like this. Visionary is the first rank in the company. It's 25 on one leg, 25 on the other, and remember, when you're building this with your team, it's not just your work, you're building as a unit. If one of your teams are built up because your upline's crushing it, you're only building one of these teams. So keep in mind that you could potentially be building this compensation plan only 50% of it, because the other half could be taken care of. And that's what we want to offer you guys. We're out here building, and our work benefits everyone who's about this. Timing is everything in business. So 25, you're making $500 a month. Viator is 50 on one leg, 50 on the other. You're making $1,000 a month. Viceroy is 150 on one leg, 150 on the other. You're at a residual income of $4,000 a month. Virtuoso is 300 on one leg, 300 on the other. You're making $8,000 a month, 6 figures in network marketing, which is a huge, just huge reward for all the work you guys have done, growing yourself and inspiring others. And the last and final rank is VPOsana. And VPOsana is 750 people on one leg, 750 people on the other. You're at a residual income of $16,000 a month, and that's where our company caps off. That's the top rank in the company. That's where the income from VPOsana stops coming in for you. It caps off at 16K, and as you help your teammates hit 16K, you're building a long-term 16K. You're getting paid out real residual income rather than always racing for the top, rather than all the top leaders competing to make millions of dollars in their company and segregating the company itself. By having it this way, it encourages everyone to be one big team, one big family, where there's less competition between the company itself because we're able to encourage selfless growing. From there, I don't believe anyone should necessarily step into network marketing with the idea of making millions of dollars. It's much smarter to come into this industry, make a solid, sustainable 6 figures, and then take that money outside of the industry and go start a nonprofit, go start a charity, go start a corporation, go invest in real estate, go invest in stocks and bonds. And that's what we want you guys to do. We want you guys to use this as a platform to become a real entrepreneur, not a network marketer for the rest of your life, but use network marketing as a platform to become an entrepreneur, to become a philanthropist, to become an influential leader in society. We want to help you guys become the CEOs of your own empires. And by doing that, it means we don't want you building a network marketing company for 20, 30 years of your life. We want you in this company, and get you out of it as soon as possible. We want you in $100. You're going to change your physical body. You're going to change your mindset. You're going to change your social health. You're going to make a $200,000 income by the time you level up to the top, by the time you hit that top rank, and then we're all developed enough to where we can step away and we can start our own legacies together. Once there's all these top leaders in VPOsana who are all making $16K a month, we can all go into real estate together. We can all start our own companies together. And that's like the beautiful thing about this. We don't want people just to be in VPOsana for the rest of their life, but we want this as the most important stepping stone for people our age to learn self-development, to surround themselves with a community, to see a bunch of mental and physical development within themselves, and to make that to make that 16K, that 6-figure income residual, to be able to go out there, not worry about their bills, focus on their purpose, and make that a reality. And that's kind of the idea behind VPOsana. Last thing I want to talk about is our corporate staffs. Our corporate staff is incredible. These guys are complete legends. And, just to talk about like the credibility behind it, our CEO, Nikhil Bhatia, he's been in Vima for 18 months, so longer than I was, built an organization of a few thousand people. He was in Wake Up Now for 6 months. He hit Founder 5 in his first 30 days, Founder 6 in 4 months. He had a 2320 on his SAT score and above a 4.0 all through high school and college. And he went to UCLA Engineering School, which is one of the top 15 engineering schools in the nation, where he majored in computer science and electrical engineering. So he is a certified genius and an incredible leader. His vision is powerful, guys, and I encourage all of you in an hour and a half to get on the corporate call to hear Nikhil actually share his vision and his call to action on VPOsana, because he's the guy who is really behind all of this. His father is our CFO. He has a master's degree in finance from Cornell University, which is an Ivy League school on the East Coast. He had the second top grade in the U.S. on his master's finance exam, and he's also been the CFO of multiple million-plus billion-dollar companies, taken multiple companies from the red to the black, and he is still currently, while he's the CFO of this company, he is a CFO of Johnson & Johnson Turkey, and he is the Director of Finance for Johnson & Johnson North America, probably the largest body care company in the entire world. So he has a ton of backing, and he's a guy who's really giving us our credibility, who's giving us our financial backing, who's giving us all the mentorship in the world. Because it's not who you know or what you know, it's who knows you. And in this company, we're backed by not just business connections, we're backed by family connections of the most powerful business guys out there. Brett Boucher is our president. He's done over $1 million of revenue in 2 different companies. He's been personally mentored by 8-figure income earners, and his father is also a millionaire, and he's been around Wall Street for decades. So we have a ton of backing, and it's not just young people not knowing what we're doing. We know exactly what we're doing. Our mentors, our guys helping us do this, know exactly what we're doing to make sure we have longevity, to make sure what we're doing is 100% legit, so you can all feel comfortable planting your flag and just feeling at home with our entire culture. So last but not least, our creative director is Matt Robertson. He's our videographer. He was also the videographer for Selena Gomez and Maroon 5. So he is a very, very awesome videographer for all our cinematic videos, for the levels, for the corporate videos. I mean, you guys will see the difference between how we portray this company and how other companies do. We have so much more cinematography and art that comes into play. I mean, art is everything. So that's kind of the breakdown of the products, the game, the comp plan, the corporate staff, and in my terms, the vision. The vision of VPOsana is just incredibly beautiful, guys. We're teaching people that there's more to life than just financial gain. There's more to life than just being selfish and trying to help yourself. You really are able to feel so much more fulfilled by helping other people, by being a part of something much bigger than yourselves. We're going to help all of you find your individual purpose, but we're also going to give you a community purpose where we're all going to come together and we're going to be that white light to shine on the world and really liberate others from all the limitations they've had set upon themselves by society, and to allow them to set their own limitations, allow them to manifest their own reality. And that's why I'm so stoked on this, because we believe that by changing our generation, which is honestly outnumbering the baby boomers right now, by changing our generation, by reaching into the minds and the hearts of young people, we can start to change the world from the inside out. And it starts by changing ourselves. It starts by inspiring people around us to change themselves. And by changing ourselves and changing the people around us and making that go viral and changing Generation Y, we will for sure be able to change the world. But it starts with what's inside. By changing our perception of reality, the reality will change. And that's how we're starting to use this company. It is more than just a business. It is literally a lifestyle. It is a society, is a culture where we want that spiritual revolution where people feel compassion again, where people don't walk next to that homeless person on the street and just ignore them while they're on their phone looking at all this other materialistic stuff. We want people to feel compassion for the fellow human being. We want people to understand that we can be the change that we want to see, and that the world is changed not by your opinion, but by your example. And that's my vision for this, guys. It is beautiful. We're going to have thousands of people within our first few months. We're going to have 10,000 people within our first 90 to 120 days. I mean, this company is going to go absolutely viral, and we know it. We've made things go viral. And this is just going to go viral, and it's going to have the most powerful underlying message below it that's going to allow everyone to be a part of it as well. So with that, 120 people on this webinar. Thank you all, growth-seeking, beautiful individuals, for hopping on. It's been my pleasure to break this opportunity down for you guys. Like I was saying, message me, message Austin. There's a corporate webinar going on at 6 p.m. Pacific. So I believe that's in about hour and a half, a little less than an hour and a half. 6 p.m. Pacific. You can go to the Instagram page to register. Go to V_Art of Living. So the letter V_Art of Living, and you guys can register for the webinar on the description of the Instagram, on the bio of the Instagram. And on this webinar, our corporate staff, our CEO and our president will be on it. They're going to be showing you guys some trailers. They're going to show you guys the levels, like little previews of the levels, so you can see actually what you're going to be getting in the game. They're going to be showing you the physical products. They're going to be showing you the nutritional facts. They're going to be talking about the financial backing and the longevity. All the meat and the potatoes allow you guys to feel comfortable with what we're doing. That is going on at 6 p.m. You guys are all invited. So feel free to hop on V_Art of Living on Instagram. It is in the bio. Register right now. Blast it out to your teams. Blast it out to your leaders. Don't post it publicly. Just do it the right way. Do it personally, because this is a valuable thing. And we want to offer that to you guys. So we invite you all to join our movement, to join the webinar. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for taking some time out of your Sunday night. Let's go change the world, guys. Love you all.